everyone. Today's the 15th, no it's not, it's the 8th of January. It's been 15 days since I paired up. Everything's gone reasonably well. The birds started laying in about 12 or 13 days. So it's a bit later than I wanted, but I think it's been really cold in Wales, so don't think the cold weather though. But no, there's nothing wrong. They've been, they started laying on 12 days, and they're all starting to pop their eggs out now, so everything's looking good. I made a little change to the shed, and I got a little bit to show you. Let's take a look at the birds first. Show you a couple of them, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so first pair here. She's a staffhound meat. She's actually paired to her grandfather. She's a little bit, and she's sitting her eggs nice and tight. Her grandfather is this blue pied cock up here. He is. I bought him from Sairbus in Elway. He is their best saffron meat breeding pigeon they've ever owned. I managed to purchase him last year. They've gone on to different pigeons now, so they didn't need him. So I managed to get my hands on him. Hopefully he can breed me some good birds. So he paired back to his granddaughter, try and keep the line there. So see what happens. Mysterio pigeons there. They're still waiting for her to lay. She should be any day now, either tonight or tomorrow, I'm guessing. So she's a 2-year-old then, so should be no messing about with her. Got Givingson in here. She's a yearling, 2020 pigeon, but lovely little then. She's sitting nicely. Mysterio pigeon, bought from Sairbus in Elway. Bought this year actually. Cracking cock. Paired another Mysterio in. A little bit of inbreeding there. Both grandchildren of Mysterio there. See how they go. I got a pair of Lambrex in here from Border Lofts. Dark and red. See how they go. The hen's had a bit. She had a bit of trouble last year. She takes really long to lay her eggs. Her vent swells up and stuff, but I don't know really if it's a problem or anything you can do about it. If anyone does know, I've heard about it before, and there is something I can do to solve it, please let me know. But see, she's a healthy pigeon, there's nothing wrong with her, but she just seems to take extra long to lay her eggs, and I see her vent swells up and stuff. So hopefully she'll lay in the next couple of days. There's a checkerpoid in there. She's bred off some pigeons I had off Owen Elliott recently passed. Good national winning bloodline, so she's paired to a bush-out cock of off Sairbus in Elway. Who's had about 11 first prizes to cock out, so there's hopeful things off them. Cock must be over Avery. Here's my daughter of Mysterio, direct daughter. Brought off day back in, sitting her eggs. Another Mysterio pigeon, waiting for it to lay a second egg. More Mysterio pigeons, grandchildren of Mysterio, pair of them. They paired up late, they did. I ended up swapping her cock and putting him in here, so she'll be laying in the next 4 or 5 days, I imagine. There's another Mysterio pigeon there, hen. She's paired to a grandson of Manchester. Lovely cock, yearling cock as well. I got the blue cock there, who's bred from Macaroni Lines. Paired to Tin Christmas blue hen. She's due to lay anytime soon. Premier stud, Vandenbolt coaster there, cock. Paired to Herman Coaster Kraski's Bodger hen, bred for me by Darren Sutton. She's a lovely little hopefully she's due to lay anytime soon. Every time I put a straw in her nest, she keeps chucking it out, but hopefully she will lay. Down here then I got another macaroni's, Coaster macaroni. Paired to a Coaster in Ofsted vanilla way. She had second fed Newbury herself. Managed to buy her last year in a sale. There's a Mysterio cock there. That's a Mysterio. This pair here is just for fostering eggs. Just nothing really. Just I bred the myself before I started racing the birds serious. So I've always kept her. And she's a good mother. So she'll be a nice family islands. There's cock here. That's the father to the checker-eyed Ornelia hen I showed you earlier. These are lovely and eggs. Compared to walnut and green hen I bought off Dave Rackin. Franz Wall's hen there. Keep cracking in, she's paired to a jackal and pigeon. Another Mysterio pigeon, made by Cerebros and Louis. It's my experimental pair. He's a son of Warlord, and she's a granddaughter of Drum. Waiting for their second egg. So she's a big checker and he's a little checker cock, so hopefully their youngers will balance out nicely. This is one of my favourite pairs here, the Jan Hyman pair. The cock's bred by Sarah Reverend. I bought the hen off Dave Atkin. Lovely cock, and she's sitting nicely. She's only a year in herself, but she's taken really well to the cock, and so she laid. I think she's one of the first birds to lay. Lovely little hen. But yeah, like I said, so I made a change in the shed, and I got a couple of things to show you. So we'll take a look at them now. Thanks. Okay, so I made this feeder here. It's literally screwed to a piece of timber, and then the piece of timber screwed to a wooden board, which is then screwed to the floor. There's no perch or anything to it, so literally the bird's got to hang off the side of the feeder to get the food. Stops them from chucking the food about, and that, because it's a bit awkward for them, so they're not as fussy eating all that. They just eat what they can and get off, and it also keeps them exercising, flapping their wings and stuff. There's a short clip here now at the side of the picture. I'll show you just how the birds use it. But I stole the idea from Stereo Nelly actually, but hopefully it'll work out well. I'm going to fill it full of Will's Pigeon number 1, and that'll be their feeding for the young'uns. As well as, I don't know if you've seen in the video as well, I put some pots in the boxes. I'll be feeding them in the boxes as well with a smaller CD fattier mix. See how that goes. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty good idea. See how it goes. My next little investment is these ring holders here. Really handy actually. It's much better than having your rings on a bit of string and doing a knot every time you want to get your rings out. So each one holds 60 rings. It's quite handy. I ended up ordering GB rings early on because originally I wanted to breed early, so I wanted dirty rings, and usually the WHU don't let your rings out to the 1st of January. But they changed their rules this year anyway after I'd ordered them, and then it turned out I changed my mind and I didn't want to breed as early as I first thought. But it worked out quite nice for me actually, because I don't know if you can see, but I got double numbers, so I got 61 and 61, 62 and 62, and so on. Basically I'll just use these for pairs, so one pair, each nest pair will have the same number. I pinched this idea from Stereo Bros and LOE as well, but I thought it was quite a good one, and yeah, it'd be easy then to know what's what if an estimator coming or whatever, and if you use the same numbers consistently every year like they do, you'll get used to the numbers and you know exactly what's what and what's spread out what. Every time they come across the pad instead of going and looking in the book. I thought it was quite a good idea.